Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Michael and today I'm going to be taking you through a lovely Vinyasa flow full body stretch. We're not going to be using any props for today's practice, but towards the end of the session we are going to be doing some forward bends. So if you know that you need a belt for these, then please go ahead and grab one now. So we're going to begin in our extended child's pose. So coming onto our hands and our knees. Let's take the knees nice and wide, have the big toes touching, and we're just going to simply press the hips back to rest on the heels, allowing the upper body to nestle between the thighs as we reach the arms forward, extending the fingertips away from the body and just allowing the upper body to gently settle. So a wonderful resting pose for the whole body, a lovely way to begin our practice. As we begin to deepen our breathing, we can find that space between each of the vertebrae. Just breathing deeply into the whole length of the spine. So a nice initial deep stretch for the lower back and down into the back of the hips. So if Ujjayi breath is part of your practice, we can engage with that now, softening the back of the throat, beginning to breathe in and out of the nostrils, allowing the breath to be deep and smooth, and just finding that lovely sense of expansion and contraction within the body. And from here, let's breathe in as we slowly lift up onto all fours, drawing the knees underneath the hips. We're going to tuck the toes under, having the elbows and the wrists balanced below the shoulders. We're going to spread the fingers wide and soften the elbows. We're going to breathe in as we drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, take the gaze forward. And as we exhale, we're going to round into the spine as we draw the navel in and gaze gently through the knees. Breathing in as we draw the belly down, lift the tailbone, roll the shoulders back. And as we exhale, gently round into the spine. A few more times in line with your own breath. It's a lovely flexion and extension of the spine here. Moving with our breathing, so we get a lovely movement of the diaphragm. A lovely expansion of the lungs deep within the body as we find that nice deep stretch with the whole of the back and down into the back of the hips. Coming back to a neutral spine, take the hands a few inches in front of the shoulders, spread the fingers wide, and we're going to breathe in as we lift the hips up and back and lightly press the heels down towards the earth. So here, let's take a nice pedal through the heels, a little sway into the hips. And as we do this, we can take that stretch all the way down into the toes, so feeling each little joint all the way down into the toes, into the soles of the feet. Get a bit of movement in the ankles, into the knees. And as we sway lightly from side to side, we just get that nice little movement in the hips. So a nice deep stretch for the lower body. From here, let's steady our feet. Softness in the elbows, press the heels down, and breathe in as we float the right leg up to the sky. Take a bend in that knee, lift the knee nice and high. Keep pressing into the hands, draw the navel in. Begin to engage with the pelvic floor, so that gentle upward lift. Nice, soft, steady breath. And then we're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands. Coming onto our fingertips, steady the feet, the back heel is lifted, front knee hovering over the ankle. And we're going to press through the feet, and we're going to breathe in as we lift the upper body. Float the arms up, palms facing in, into a nice high lunge, a lovely Ashtachandalasana. Nice deep breath. Holding it steady, navel drawing in towards the spine, so we keep the core nice and strong. From here, let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to lightly bring the right fingertips down to the floor inside the right foot. Breathe in as we float the left arm up to the sky. Nice upper body twist. Steady the breath, soften the muscles of the face. And let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, I'm going to float the left hand down to the floor. Take the arms nice and wide, straighten through the right leg as we fold the body forward, taking the head towards the knee. So we're still pressing back through that left heel, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Maybe sensing that space between the shoulder blades and feeling that lovely stretch from the right ankle all the way up into that right hip. Bend into the right knee, plant the hands, step the right foot back, and then float forward into our plank. Shoulders balanced above the wrists, belly drawing in, and we can feel the core of the body working here. Nice steady breath. And send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Spread the fingers wide, tiny softness in the elbows. Press down through the heels, draw the belly in, and then breathe in as we float the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and lift the knee towards the sky. Keep pressing into the hands. And let's step the left foot forward. In between the hands, coming onto the fingertips. Back heel is lifted. Steady the feet, breathe in as we lift the upper body. So again, we're going to float the arms up, palms facing in. Maybe sink in that front thigh a little bit deeper. So again, back into a nice high lunge. From here, take a deep breath in. As we exhale, lightly bring the left fingertips down to the inside of that left foot. Breathe in as we take the right arm up to the sky, press the right shoulder open. And let's bring the right hand down to the floor. Plant the hands, take them a little bit wider, and let's straighten through that left leg as we fold the body towards that left knee. So again, pressing back through the right heel. So maybe sensing that space between the shoulder blades, allowing each of the shoulders to relax. And let's bend into the left knee, plant the hands, step the left foot back, breathe it forward into our plank. Elbows and shoulders balanced above the wrist, engaging through the pads of the fingers, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Take a nice deep breath in here. As we exhale, gently lower down into our chaturanga. Breathe in to draw the body forward and up into our upward facing dog. Exhaling back, downward facing dog. Hold it steady, soften the elbows, spread the fingers wide. Inhale as we look forward. Exhale as we soften our knees. Breathe in as we step the feet all the way up to the hands. Lengthening through the spine before folding the body in towards the legs. And let's press to the feet. Inhale as we float the arms up. Bring the palms to touch and draw the hands down in line with the chest. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. A light touch between the palms of the hands, a lovely Tadasana. And let's release the arms down by the sides of the body. Standing nice and tall, roll the shoulders open, Surya Namaskara. Inhale, arms up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, draw the belly in, float the hands down to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, look forward. And as we exhale, step the feet back. Lowering down with control, keep the elbows drawing in, chaturanga. Breathe in, draw the body forward and up, lifting into our upward facing dog. Exhaling it back, downward facing dog. Hold it here without holding the breath. Belly gently drawing in towards the thighs. Nice steady breath. Soften the knees. Breathe in as we step forward. Lengthening through the spine before folding the body in. Press through the feet. Inhale, float the arms up. Look to the thumbs. Exhale, release the hands down. And again, breathe in, arms wide and up. Exhale as we fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthening the spine, look forward. Exhale, stepping the feet back. And lowering down with control as we draw the elbows in. Breathe in as we draw the body forward and up. Exhale as we send the hips back. Downward facing dog. So again, the whole of the upper body gently pressing towards the thighs. The navel lightly draws in towards the spine as we send the hips up and back and press the heels down towards the earth. Tiny little softness in the elbows. A sense of space in the palms of the hands. Let's inhale as we look forward. Exhale as we soften our knees. Breathe in as we step the feet all the way up. Lengthen before folding in. Pressure the feet. Inhale, arms wide and up. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Inhale, arms wide and up. Look to the thumbs. Exhale as we fold. Hands come to the floor. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale as we step the feet back. Lowering down with control. Elbows drawing in. Inhale as we lift high through the chest. Exhale as we send it back. Downward facing dog. Holding it steady. See if we can find that element of lightness in the body. As we engage with all the muscles, we find that sense of lift away from the floor. From here, let's breathe in as we float the right leg up, bend the knee, lift the knee nice and higher. So this time maybe coming onto the fingertips of that right hand, finding that space all the way down the right side of the body. And then we're going to step the right foot forward. So back heel is lifted, breathing in as we lift up, float the arms up, back into our lovely Ashtachandasana. Palms face in, length through the sides of the body. See if we can soften that space between the shoulders and the ears. Hold it steady. Deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, bring the back heel down, take the arms wide. So the right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Shoulders pressing down, moving into our Virabhadrasana 2. Draw the navel in. From here, we're going to interlace our fingers around the back of the body. Breathe in as we roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward towards that right knee. Taking the head down to the inside of that right knee. And then taking our gaze forward towards the toes. Scoop the belly in. Engage through the soles of the feet. And breathe nice and smooth. Release the hands down, frame the front foot. Lift the back heel, step the right foot back and move through the vinyasa. Breathing forward, exhaling to lower. Inhaling as we lift, exhaling back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spreading the fingers wide, scoop the belly in. Breathe in as we float the left knee this time. Bend the knee, lift that knee nice and high. Again, maybe come onto the fingertips of that left hand. So we find that lovely space and length all the way down the left side of the body. And let's step the left foot forward. In between the hands, keep the back heel lifted. Breathe in as we lift the upper body. Float the arms up, palms facing in. Back into our high lunge. Spin the back heel down, take the arms wide. Front knees hovering over the ankle, we take our gaze all the way down to the fingertips on that left hand, our Virabhadrasana 2. Interlace our fingers around the back of the body. Breathe in as we roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to fold down towards that left knee. So the head comes towards the inside of that left knee. And then we take our gaze forward towards the toes. Keep it steady, grounding through the soles of the feet. And release the hands down, frame the front foot, step it back. Move through the vinyasa, breathing forward. Exhaling as we lower, inhaling as we lift. Exhaling it back, downward facing dog. Steadiness with the breath. Lovely, let's step the right foot forward. Bring the back heel down, breathe in as we lift up. Back into our Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders pressing down, maybe sink that front thigh a little bit deeper. And then we're going to bend into our right elbow. Forearm comes to rest on the thighs, sweep the back arm up and over. Internal rotation of that upper arm. So finding that lovely legs all the way up the left side of the body. And we can guide the breath into that space. Breathing into the left ribs, nice deep breath. Inhale, lift up, straighten through the right leg. Bring the left hand down. Inhale as we float the right arm up. Palm faces in. And we're going to lift high to the fingertips here. So reversing our triangle. And we find that lovely length all the way up the right side of the body. Take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, float forward. Bring in the right hand, fingertips down to the floor. I'm going to breathe in as we take the left arm up to the sky. So we're pressing that left shoulder open, that lovely sense of space across the chest. Engage through the thighs here, so keep the legs nice and strong. A lovely Trikonasana. Exhaling as we look down. Pressure the feet, breathe in as we lift the upper body. Exhale, bending deeply into that right knee. Release the back arm down, breathe in as we float the right arm up. And as we exhale, windmill the hands, frame the front foot. We're going to step it back and move through the vinyasa, breathing forward. Exhaling as we lower, belly draws in, breathe in as we lift. Exhale as we send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. And breathe here, nice and smooth. Step the left foot forward. Bring the back heel down. Breathe in as we lift the upper body, take the arms wide. So again, shoulders are pressing down, away from our ears, so we find that lovely sense of space across the chest. Palms facing down, all the awareness down to the fingertips on that left hand. From here we're going to bend into the left elbow. Sweep the back arm up and over. Love that lovely internal rotation of that upper arm. So again we breathe into the right side of the body here. Utthita Pajvokonasana. A lovely sense of stretch all the way through the right side of the body. Breathe in as we lift the upper body, take the arms wide. Straighten through the left leg. Release the back arm down, breathe in as we float the left arm up and the palm faces in. So we can drop that right shoulder a little bit further. Reverse in our triangle. Deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, lean the upper body forward. Bringing the left fingertips down to the floor and the right hand all the way up to the sky. So we're pressing that right shoulder open. We're keeping the legs lovely and strong. Nice deep breaths. So we get more of that lightness between the body and the floor. That sense of engagement and softness. So we always maintain that Stilam Sukham Asanam, that steadiness and ease within our practice. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale as we look down. Pressure the feet. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale as we bend into that left knee. Release the back arm down. Breathe in as we float the left arm up. And as we exhale, windmill the hands, frame the foot, step it back. And move through the vinyasa, breathing forward. Exhaling as we lower. Inhaling as we lift high through the chest. Exhale as we send it back. Downward facing dog. From here we're going to walk our hands all the way to the back of the mat. Keep the feet hip width apart. Catch a hold of the big toes. Breathe in as we lengthen the spine. Exhale as we draw the belly in and press the upper body in towards the legs. It's a lovely Palangustasana. So sending the breath into any areas of tightness in the backs of the legs here. And release the hands to the floor. Walk the hands forward, back into our downward dog. Have a little pedal to the heels, little sway into the hips, releasing any tightness in the backs of the legs. And then an option here to move through a vinyasa. Breathing forward, exhaling as we lower, inhaling as we lift. Exhale as we send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to look forward, exhale to soften our knees, breathe in as we step the feet all the way up to the hands. Lengthening through the spine before folding the body in and pressure the feet. Inhale, float the arms up, look to the thumbs, stand tall. Exhale, release the arms down. So from here, let's float the right knee up, catch a hold of our hips. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and as we exhale, we're going to send the upper body forward as we send the right leg out behind us. And then we can take our hands into prayer position in front of the chest. Soften that touch between the body and the floor. Drop the right hip a little bit further. Now, Virabhadrasana 3. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale as we soften the left knee. We're going to lower the back toes down. Keep the back heel lifted. Breathe in as we lift the arms up. Back into our high lunge. From here we're going to hook our right elbow over the left knee. We're going to bring the palms to touch. Draw the left shoulder back. Bringing the hands in line with the chest. It's that lovely upper body twist. Lovely. Release the hands down to the floor. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Move through the vinyasa, breathing forward. Exhaling as we lower. Inhaling as we lift. Exhale, sending the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale as we look forward. Exhale to soften the knees. Breathe in as we step the feet all the way up to the hands. Lengthening the spine before folding the body in. Press to the feet. Let's float the arms up. Bring the palms to touch. Hands down in line with the chest. Catching hold of the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down. And let's breathe in as we lift the left knee this time. As we exhale, we're going to send the upper body forward. Sending that left leg behind us. And again here we can take our hands into prayer position. That lovely Anjali mudra. So maybe drop the left hip a little bit further. Lighten our contact to the floor. Keep breathing. Soften the right knee. Lower the back toes lightly down. Keep the back heel lifted. Breathe in as we float the arms up. Palms facing in. Left elbow this time over across the right knee. Bringing the palms to touch. Draw the right shoulder back. Hands come in line with the chest. Upper body twist. Scoop the navel in. Send the breath down to the belly. Lovely. Release the hands down to the floor. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Move to the vinyasa. Inhaling forward. Exhaling down. Breathe in as we lift high through the chest. Exhale as we send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Step the feet to the center of the mat. Take the feet a little bit wider. Turn the heels in, turn the toes out. And we're going to sink the tailbone down. So we're coming to a lovely Yogi Squat. We're going to bring the palms together. Elbows to the insides of the knees. And we're going to draw the chest forward and up. So we're going to engage here with the muscles at the backs of the thighs. So keep the lower body nice and steady. Relax the toes. And let's bring our right hand out to the side, down to the floor. And breathe in as we float the left arm all the way up to the sky. Get the shoulders down away from the ears. Notice if we start to draw that tension up towards the top of the head. See if we can soften the body down. Keeping that steadiness in the core of the body. Swap the hands over. Bring the left hand down to the floor. And breathe in as we float the right arm up to the sky. Bringing the right hand down to the floor. Let's breathe in as we slowly lift the hips up. Walk the feet back to hip width apart. Catch hold of the big toes. Take a deep breath in as we lengthen. Exhale as we go for a nice deep forward fold. Pressing the body in towards the thighs. And release the hands. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Step the feet back. Move to a vinyasa. Breathing forward to our plank. Exhaling as we lower down. Elbows draw in. Breathe in as we lift through the chest. Exhaling as we send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Inhale as we look forward. Exhale as we soften our knees. Breathe in as we step the feet all the way up to the hands. Lengthen before folding the body in. Pressure the feet. Inhale as we float the arms up. Look to our thumbs. Exhale, hands down in line with the chest. Lovely. Let's take the feet nice and wide. So here we're going to slightly turn the toes out, slightly turn the heels in, and just have a little bend into each of our knees. So we're going to keep the chest nice and open and keep the knees floating over the feet here. So bringing the body to the center, press the knees open. We're going to take the arms wide. And then we're going to bring the right arm underneath the left, wrap the forearms around, bring the palms to touch. Breathe in as we lift the hands up towards the sky. Exhale as we sink the hips down a little bit deeper. Scoop the belly in. Soften the arches of the feet. Maybe float the toes. Lovely. Breathe in as we straighten the legs, take the arms wide. As we exhale, left arm underneath the right. Wrap the forearms around, palms come to touch. Exhale as we bend into our knees. So again, press the elbows away from the body, lifting the hands up towards the sky, sink the tailbone a little bit deeper. Lovely, release the hands. Breathe in as we straighten the legs, take the arms wide. Turn the heels out, turn the toes in, catch a hold of our hips. Roll the shoulders back, breathe in as we lift the chest. And as we exhale, we're going to slide the hands down the legs, catching a hold of our ankles. We're going to take a deep breath in as we lengthen through the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to fold the body in. Drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, drawing the elbows out to the sides, and holding it here. It's a nice deep wide-legged forward fold. So really engaging with that lovely posterior chain of muscles here, all the way out the back of the body, down into the soles of the feet. From here, we're going to reach our right hand over to meet the left, catching hold of that ankle with both hands. Inhale again to lengthen, exhale as we draw the body in. So maybe here, feeling that deep stretch down the back of the left leg, breathing into that space. And taking both hands over to the other side. Catching hold of the right ankle, breathing as we lengthen. Exhale as we fold the body in. Inhaling back to the center, catch a hold of our hips, press to the feet, breathe in as we lift the upper body. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Deep breath in again, arms wide. Exhale, interlace our fingers around the back of the body. Breathe in as we roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. And as we exhale, fold forward, floating the hands up and over. So lifting the hands up towards the sky. Taking the weight into the toes, a little lightness in our heels. Again, engage on the muscles of the legs here. Fire up the thighs. And release the hands down onto the mat. Walk them to the front of the mat and step the right foot back. Move through a vinyasa, breathing forward to our plank. Exhaling as we lower down. Inhaling as we lift high through the chest. Exhaling as we send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Our last one of the session. Pressing the heels down towards the earth. Draw the belly in, tiny little softness in the elbows. And let's breathe in as we lift up to the tips of the toes. Exhale as we lower the knees lightly down to the floor. Let's release the tops of the feet, take the knees nice and wide. And let's press the hips back to the heels and just come to rest in our child's pose for a moment. So body comes to nestle between the thighs. Belly's still lightly drawing in towards the spine. But we're breathing deeply down into the base of the lungs. So we find that nice sense of depth with the breath. And slowly lift the upper body. Let's come sit down onto our mat. Legs out in front. So peeling the flesh away from our sit bones, toes pointing towards the sky. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's breathe in as we float the arms up. And as we exhale, fold forward, catching hold of the feet. Breathe in as we lengthen the spine. Exhale as we draw the body down towards the thighs, but we're lengthening forward from the chest. Take our gaze towards the toes, relax the shoulders. Our Paschimottanasana. Lovely. Breathe in as we slowly lift up. We're going to bend our right knee. We're going to take that right leg over the left. We're going to bring the outside edge of the foot down onto the floor so that right knee comes to rest on top of the left. We're pressing the left heel away from the body, and we're going to take our arms nice and wide here. We're going to breathe in as we lift and lengthen through the crown of the head, and as we exhale, we're simply going to walk the hands forward, softening the body forward, and then allowing the head to come down towards the knee. And you'll notice as we do this, this lovely stretch all the way up the outside of that left leg, into the lower back, and maybe up into the back of the neck. Lovely. Breathe in as we lift up. Lift the right knee, keep that leg on the other side. Sole of the foot this time comes a little bit closer to the body, and then we're going to wrap the left arm around the leg. Press away through the left heel, take the right hand behind our seat. Breathe in as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we rotate round looking over the shoulder. So nice deep twist through the center of the body. And release the body, come forward. Take the sole of that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take a deep breath in as we float the arms up. And as we exhale, fold forward. Catch a hold of that left foot. Breathe in as we lengthen. And as we exhale, fold the body in towards that left leg. And this time we can allow the head to soften towards the knee. And then slowly breathing in as we lift the head up. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. So straightening the right leg away from the body. Bend the left knee. We're going to take that leg across the right. Bring the outside of that left foot to the floor and the knee to come to rest on top at the right. Taking the arms wide, fingertips to the floor. Roll the shoulders back as we breathe in and lift the chest. And as we exhale, walk the hands forward as we soften the body over that right leg. So again, here we can allow the head to come towards that left knee. And as we allow the head to soften again, we might feel that deep stretch all the way up the right side of the body, into the lower back and up into the back of the neck. And let's breathe in as we slowly lift up. Bring the sole of the foot to the floor, a little bit close to the body as we wrap the right arm around. Left hand comes behind our seat. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we rotate around looking over the shoulder. And we're drawing that left leg in towards the body. Keep pressing into the right heel. Right toes still pointing towards the sky. And breathing into that rotation all the way down into the lower lungs. And take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as we release. Sole of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Breathe in as we float the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, catching hold of the foot. Breathe in as we lengthen. Exhale, lead with the heart, draw the body forward and down, and then allow the head to soften towards the knee. A lovely Janu Shasana. And let's inhale as we slowly lift up, nice and gently. Straighten the legs away from the body. Bend into our knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor. I'm going to catch a hold of the underneath of the thighs, roll the shoulders back and down. I'm going to lean back, I'm going to float the feet off the floor. Reaching the arms away from the body, and I'm going to straighten the legs away. So bringing the toes in line with the eyes. Belly draws in, and hold it here. Nice deep breath, a lovely Navasana. Bend into the knees, soles the feet to the floor, wrap the arms around the knees, breathe in as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we release, lean it back, float the feet, take the feet away from the body. Let's lift the arms up to the sky, hold it steady. Lovely, bend into our knees, catch a hold of the knees, breathe in as we lift and lengthen. And as we exhale, let's straighten the legs away from the body. Let's come to lie down on our backs. Hugging the knees in towards the body, have a lovely rock from side to side. Maybe creating some small circles down on the lower spine. So then from here we're going to reach our hands to the insides of the legs, catching hold of the outside edges of the feet. And we're simply going to draw the soles of the feet so they face the ceiling. Knees coming down towards the floor, either side of the body, and then we're going to gently rock from side to side. It's a lovely way to finish our practice. Our Ananda Balasana, our happy baby pose. We can begin to relax any muscles in the belly, softening the navel down into the pelvic floor. Just allowing each of the arms to be heavy, using the weight of the upper back to draw the knees a little bit closer, to find a little bit more space in the backs of the thighs. And then just release the legs down. Straighten the legs along the floor, take the feet a little bit wider, feet softening out to the sides. Let's take the arms down the sides of the body, palms facing up. And then let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And release that breath with a big sigh. So gently easing the body into our Shavasana. Just tuning into that sense of gravity, feel of the weight of the body as it gently draws towards the earth. As we allow the facial muscles to gently relax. As we soften down into the toes and the soles of the feet. As we allow the legs to become heavy and soft, and the arms and the shoulders to gently relax. And simply releasing all effort and control. Gently let go. So for those of you that wish to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, let's start to breathe a little bit deeper. Begin to find some movement into the fingers, down into the toes. Just rolling into the wrists and into the ankles. And let's take a nice deep stretch, reaching the arms above the head, nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, let's draw the knees in towards the body, hug the knees in, lovely rock from side to side. And let's ease the body over onto our side for lifting up into a nice comfortable seat. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears, and let's take our hands into prayer position in front of our chest. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release that breath with a big sigh. Thank you very much for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed the session, and if you did, please click the link and the subscribe button below. If you wish to donate, you can do so by buying a coffee using the link below the video. Take care, enjoy your day, your week, wherever you are, and see you again soon. Thank you.